It's time for Guild Wars. Beat farming. Zerk. That's on Biggest Bear. Hope you had a good birthday. Honestly, debating whether or not I care enough for the time differential or the refresh. Actually, in hindsight, do I even need to wait? Would Percy's third hit be the same as the amount of skill damage he deals? Fasting has 3. No. I could probably do it if I swapped Aglavit. Got 10k farmed up. Gamer. Honestly, I should try it out. Like before stream, I'm gonna farm some up. I literally haven't done anything else. Watch random Star Wars YouTube. Wait, so is the Horde mode, like, does it just rerun the fight like 30 times? Over and over again? Like treating it like it's just a new fight? It just does it automatically? Is that what the Horde mode does? Oh, did you kill and move on to the next? So it doesn't like refresh your cooldowns. So probably not worth doing unless you have just a straight setup that can just turn it every time normal attacks on it. Unless they're just incredibly weak. Oh my goodness. Zeffy with a flower? Blushing? Blushing? What's up, Zeffy? How's your summer break? Spending your big boy points. Once I've set up to consistently do 20 mil damage. Okay. Probably not worth. Wait, but then that would mean that like buffs don't get reset between the things, right? If it works exactly the same. I'm just trying to figure out whether it's like worth running it whenever I'm doing like something else. I have to get it from the computer. Because I got to move stuff downstairs into the basement from the garage because we got the shelves set up. So I was thinking that maybe I'll just run the horde mode when I do that. What's something, stuff like that. Been getting that exercise in, but it's been absurdly hot, bro. Honestly, my mother was like, what was it like leading up to this weekend? Because we got hit with a heat wave that started like basically last night. Uh, he's like, we are all banned from leaving this house until like Wednesday. I think that's when the heat wave is supposed to dissipate our area. We basically just stocked up on food, so I don't know. I think my old man still has like doctor appointments and stuff, and we need to look for a dentist in the area. I have to set up a dentist appointment. Fuck me. But yeah, she's like, I'm not leaving this house till like Wednesday at the earliest. Which is fine. We got plenty of food to chew through. Wait, is the exercise so your mom will stop calling you Chicken Little? Or is that why you're doing it? Shit. Yeah, so it wouldn't make much difference, right? Basically just like oh, I might, oh yeah, there it is. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him go. Ever since they set up the like the auto pick thing, I don't know whose I use. Oh, is it up here? I guess I might have used it earlier. I keep forgetting that there's a. I have. Yeah, no, there is somebody on my friends list called Zephyr. And I think their summons are like kind of cracked. Time to play the. You just like tie do like the bandana tightening maneuver from the anime. You're just like time to show them who the real Zephyr is. Speaking of, I haven't played Star Rail or Zenless in forever. To be honest, I didn't play PoE today. I don't have. Yeah, I don't know. I've been so dead for the past like I'd say like 3 days. I didn't stream last night. Last night was like the like peak. I just my brain just felt so fried. I did a little bit of like Path of Exile to just do some farming in, and then I was like, just gotta go to bed. I was so bad. I think around 4 p.m. I just like starfished in bed for like an hour, then got up, did this some stuff, and then I watched some more like Star Wars YouTube videos, and I went to bed and went to sleep. Went back to Star Rail for the return rewards because you want to get something from the fake collab. Yeah, no. Honestly, if it wasn't because I think we already know who we're like what we're getting for the fake collabs, and I didn't care for any of it. To be honest, I should have been playing to grind out to get Cypher, but I have like nothing. I have like 18 tickets, and then I only have like 8k Stellar Jade because I YOLO tossed rolls for Asterisk when I got her. So I knew I wasn't gonna. I knew I'd have to like be playing a bunch, pretty much every day, at least during the dailies to get enough Jade for anything anytime soon. But I haven't touched the Wuthering at all since I logged on to pull for the Bard check. What was the only active gacha you're playing, or you're actually winning? Because winning is a state of mind. Must be zen. When you lose, you must be like, I'm. Got to screenshot. Zephy's actually in shambles. Probably sobbing, kicking. Is she any good? Did she spark joy? I saw Rook pulled for. I don't know what she does though. I have no idea what her kit's like. Just cool anime attack where the beam is so strong it goes black and white. Do you just have your favorite like anime OST on repeat while you're running around as her using the attack? Let's look at. Oh yeah, I saw the. I think I saw Ramble Ian's Twitter mention that. That's actually not bad, honestly. Like I'm kind of surprised they introduced that. It probably incentivized more light spenders to probably spend whenever their element that they want to focus on rolls around. Practicing one-liners. That's amazing. You just see Zephy push the button and stands up, strikes the pose as the one-liner, then sits back down and remembers that it doesn't pause the game. Oh, I saw I think it was like a YouTube short of of Zani. There's like they just made like Chibi Zani just like running around daily life, trying to sleep, getting woken up from vacation. It brought the tear of joy to my. Even though probably because it's a lyric, for some weird reason, my Instagram reels are just mixed in with a bunch of like Magic the Gathering meme videos. I think the one that made me kind of almost spit out my water was there was one where it was like the dude is getting texted because he spent a bunch of money and his girlfriend's like, "Is that a ring?" And it just cuts to a picture of the like a full set of booster packs for the Final Fantasy collab. Magic. Oh, oh, rip, rip my guy going down for his cards. I still feel so dejected. Someone I know is like streaming Witherings, and I was just like, you should Gone for Zani. And then they got Zani mixed up with the jellyfish later. They're just like, I don't like Zani. Oh, this stuff. This and that. Too sussy. And I'm like, excuse me? Are you confusing the queen with that filth? Offended. Busted even. The audacity. Actually, I don't even know what the jellyfish is. I could probably point out what the bard lady's name is, but I can't pronounce it to save my life. But then I'll probably forget by tomorrow. I'm not surprised that you know, Duffy. No! What is this? Brother, we're not even an hour in and I'm already out of... I don't think it matters. Right, it doesn't. But still, where is all of the Colossus? What are you lazy bozos doing, not fully transcending your Colossuses? Your Colossi. My brain dead and forgot what the plural for Colossus was for a second. Your Colossi before Guild Wars. In this economy, brother. You mafia style if you do. Oh, Zani's off, just like, don't care, just want vacation. Bro, the fact that she still like whips out the folding chair to sit on as part of her attack animation, 10 out of 10. Perfection. I just find it hilarious. I went, I got Zani, and then it was like, in order to effectively play Zani, you need a character that applies this thing. And then I was like, well, I don't want that character. But we have Rover. Could use like another one. And then they were just like, well, the Bard can do it. I was like, alright, cool, I'll pull for the Bard then. Because I had a bunch of stuff left over. And then I got the Bard. And then I was like, alright, mission accomplished. Closes Woo and never opens it again. D10 up. Pressures up. 200, not transcended at all. I used to do 210. Like, I don't know if it was like a bug from then or whatever, but I remember, I think it was like 2 Guild Wars ago, that I had it set for 210 or higher, and it would like just ignore anything that wasn't part of my friends list. Because I remember looking through and being like, that's a 210 whatever for the Magna, and it's not getting auto selected. I was like really confused. And like I double checked to make sure I didn't like accidentally unset the option, because Blue has that a lot, right? Where it's like there's a button that kind of psychs you out and it doesn't actually save your change. And I'd check and I'd be like, no, it's still there. So at this point, I just gave up and I'm just like, maxed out or bust. I'll look for it myself. Try to avoid the front ones. They get cycled. Is what it is. Why are there so many Agnes? Brother, look at that filthy 200. You rank 200 plus and you have a 200 Colossus. In this day and age. Boo this man. Also, I won't lie. Until you mentioned honors for the skin, I completely forgot about the stage 3 Guild War skin. Have they added the other one yet? Or is that still kind of like down the line? The soldier one? That everybody was like, yeah, uniform time. Other one isn't in yet. Oh. I'm curious how long they plan on holding it. I just want to Earth Frozen. I was about to be like, why is there Yugu in my fire thing? And then I realized that it got changed to Earth. Actually, I don't know if they've mentioned. I'm curious if the next one will also be multi-stage or if it'll just kind of be a single stage one. I could see the next one probably being one more beginner friendly, I guess. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't know what they could do with it. Because they already have one for getting the Eternals, and then Fulham and breaking the Eternals. The skin itself isn't like fancy enough for it to be attached to transcending all the Eternals. But then I feel like the honor count for the stage one of the current skin is pretty low. Oh, hey, speaking of Zephyr, there's your I forgot the name, your doppelganger. There's a doppelganger who's higher ranked than I am. At like, I don't actually remember how many, like what rank I am. Wait, actually no, I'm not even 300. Talking about vastly out. Yeah, I'm 246. Actually, we're almost 100. Single stage beneath 10 billion honors, and we all. Honestly, wouldn't doubt it. You can take him, you in fact cannot, bro. I can't take him. You know, honestly, I don't understand why more gacha games don't have like like their version of Guild Wars. To be honest, like it doesn't have to specifically be exactly like Guild Wars, but I find it so weird that Granblue, well, side games in general, because I think Granblue and Princess Connect are the same for the Guild Wars, right? Where you basically beat up a dummy and get points for it, and then compare who gets the most points. Princess Connects is a little different though, because I think that one's like highest amount of damage or something that gets calculated together in your guild. I don't remember. It's been forever since I played. But I'm so surprised that more games don't have this. I feel like it's such an easy way to add like pseudo PvP to your gacha game, and then give meaning towards like your guild crew systems. That isn't inherently like, hey, you get more materials. Because I found it relatively comical that what is it, Etheria Restart? I think is like a recent gacha game that came out. That one of its, well, two of its biggest like advertising points that I've seen, at least. I don't watch the whole ads because I don't really care for it. But one is like, oh, the most free to play gacha game, and I'm sitting here like that probably means it's gonna go broke very quickly. And then the other one, it's like, oh, gacha games nowadays don't have any PvP. And I'm just like, ah, yes, the turn-based gacha game. That, you know, definitely it's not just taking older turn-based gacha game PvP. I will say, like, I think that in the newer gacha games, there's not a bunch that have PvPs, but you know, points at like Summoner Wars, Epic 7, Seven Night, which is getting re-released. There was a lot of games back in the day that were turn-based that had PvP for gacha games. I'm kind of curious why that system got phased out for a little. I know in some cases it's because of bad management for like between whales and non-whales. Yeah, because I think even when the first Seven Deadly Sins, the card-based gacha game one, the one where you have like the cards and you kind of like group them together to make them stronger. I'm thinking that one had PvP too. That one's, and like a lot of those, it was like you had the PvP on one side that was like standardized, and then you had like the other one. So it was kind of like, well, if you weren't a full-blown whale, but you still had a good pool of really good characters, you could still rank pretty high on one side because it would just be standard. And then if you were a full-blown whale and you wanted to see how far your wallet was carrying you, you played in the other one. Well, technically, everybody played in both because more rewards, but if you weren't a whale, you weren't ranking seriously on the other. But honestly, at this point, I'm just waiting for Seven Nights. I think Seven Nights is like the only other gacha game, which isn't even new, because it's just a re-release that I want to play. Doesn't get 50/50, pull for character, get the character guaranteed. Carpool. Yeah, I've seen, it was like, I've seen that one. I've seen, apparently getting duplicates doesn't, quote unquote, supposedly doesn't enhance the character much. I don't know the reality of that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not enough to make me want to try it. And the ads for it, in my opinion, honestly, at least for me, don't sell it very well. Mostly because realistically, I don't really care for the whole Star Rail style of game where you run around open world, but then you hit the combat like in a gacha game. I like it in games like Bravely Default, like that style of game, like Final Fantasy, where you're traveling across the open world, Dragon Quest, like that kind of stuff, and then you get into like turn-based combat. I don't mind it there, but like if that's like one of your main selling points for your gacha game, I'm not overly impressed, especially if it's turn-based. Because usually a lot of times, I don't know. I don't know. Star Rail is just, I like Star Rail's like combat to some degree, but I really don't like the rest of it. Where I have to keep exploring places, and find all the treasure chests. It's like, what if I don't want the? I just want to be like Rambloo. I just click like 3 shiny places and I get my crystals and I walk away. It even exists. Really, Default remaster free in your life. I mean, you'd still have to buy the Switch too, though. It's technically not going to be free if you don't own a Switch too. Or like make it not just be a Switch 2 exclusive. And then I guess like my 40 bucks are yours. Some people considering doesn't have authority over the price of that. They have to have some authority on it. I think it's more of a PC thing that doesn't, but console. At least I know Sony has definitely some pulling power on the price for the games that get put on their consoles to some degree, especially exclusives. I can't imagine Nintendo wouldn't. Even then, I don't think the remasters are all that expensive, comparatively speaking. Yeah, it's 40 bucks. 40 bucks. Meanwhile, it's like, bro, that's only five. Like, if we ignore the fact that you have to get a Switch 2 to play the game for whatever godforsaken reason. Besides the point, I'm gonna get off of that soapbox before I even get on it. Uh, it's what makes it boggles my mind that the stupid remaster for that Game Boy Advance game is $35. Like, I haven't looked too deep into it to see if they added like a bunch of stuff to it or whatever, but that's still, I'm just offended. off. And did I tell you? Even with all the ads, considering that the first is getting. Oh right, yeah, I've seen a lot of people pretty excited for that one. I don't know. I guess this is one of the downsides when you've been playing like games in general for too long. Most games don't like excite me all that much anymore. Especially in a space like gacha games where most of them are going to try to follow a kind of standard formula because they need to recoup the investment. So they're gonna, a lot of them are just gonna follow what works with slightly different twists. I really don't have a single fucking Colossus, do I? I guess I'll just bump the next one. Wait, if it's getting if it's global release, is it like is that like global release where it's like everybody has it, or has it been out in Japan like for a while or something, and now we're finally getting it kind of deal? Wait, 26 isn't that? No, the horse game. Got Japan since like September. Pretty decent gap. But at least I guess that means, well, depending on any changes they end up doing, y'all know if it'll be what you guys want to play or not. I've never particularly minded for global, like in games where things don't get changed arbitrarily, like what characters you get and stuff. Looking at you, Granblue's Final Fantasy, or not Granblue, but fucking Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I don't know why I said Granblue. That's fantasy is in both names. But like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius pissed me off. That one and what was it? Grand Sire? No, it's not Brave Frontier. Grand Summoner. Those are two gacha games that I would like piss me off so much because we just straight up wouldn't get characters on the global version that the that they had in Japan. To be fair, in Brave Exvius's case, it was that we got like something else instead that they wouldn't get. Which on one hand you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool, until you realize that I think 2 out of the 3 like collabs we lost out on, we just got replaced with Ariana Grande for some random reason. I've still to this day don't understand, because neither of the collabs that got replaced were music related either. Which further annoys me because in both games they never gave us the Monster Hunter collab for some weird reason. And I'm pretty sure that was due to whoever was in charge of it on this side's like decision. Ever since I found out like the whole Xenoblade debacle with how like Nintendo of America is the reason, you know, they didn't want to bring it over to the West until Nintendo Europe was like, we got this. And then like digging into more with some of the other ones, it's probably one of the main reasons I don't really care for especially gacha games that get globally released that aren't handled by like the main company. Because a lot of times they make weird decisions. I do kind of miss playing War of the Crystals though. I think Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is the only game I've seen that did like a sequel that was basically nothing like its original. That was actually not bad. I just got real tired of keeping up with the meta for the characters and stuff. That, and I got burned a lot because a lot of the characters that I liked were kind of given really bad kits, and then the characters I didn't care for were given really cracked out kits. Gracias por darlo. Oh, even more of the Visions had end of service. Oh, this year. Oh, literally like last month. Yo, that's diabolical. They announced the end of service for War of the Visions on its own global anniversary, like for global, on the global's anniversary. Oh wait, did they stop the romancing saga too? They did. Oh man, I remember playing that one. That was actually kind of fun. I wonder how many gacha games get shut down globally actually is because they're not making any money, or if it's just a case of they don't make the money that they're expected. Because there's actually a significant difference between making enough money to like keep the game going, and then making enough to meet the expectations. I forget what it is. I think Path of Exile once, at least like it obviously it's gonna differ for game genres and whatever, but I think Path of Exile once put out like the number for like how much would it actually need, or at the very least Path of Exile to continue. Like one. This was like before they did Path of Exile. I think it was like I don't remember what the number was. I know it wasn't anything super crazy, like in the grand scheme of things. I'm getting like its end of service announcement, and before the global version had even come out yet. Oh, that's pretty rough. Actually, I think I've heard of a couple other ones. I think I've seen a couple of gacha games that's happened to. Oh shit. Blue Protocol isn't actually dead. I got curious because you mentioned about the game that got end of service before global, which I remember Blue Protocol had that happen, and then apparently they sold it to a Chinese company, and there's a new Steam page for it. Curious. Curious to see how it'll pan out. All of these non-colossus transcended having people. What are they doing? These trying times of Guild Wars. Also, apparently, because nobody deigned to tell us, so we had to get informed by letter, by correspondence, that apparently you had to register your dog at like the county treasurer or some shit. Out of all the places we've ever lived, this is the first time we've ever had to like pay to have our dog registered or anything at all city related. For me, the weird thing about it is that like the vet we went to didn't mention anything about it whatsoever, but it's very obvious that they had to input his information into their data. Triple zero uncapped, grab sunstone, uncapped it. Going even further beyond. You know, I got the Orologia summon. Like, that reminded me. I got Orologia, I Sunstoned Orologia, and I don't think I've ever actually used summon the entire time that I've had it. Enough summon plus marks to give it 99. You know, I don't think I've like 99 to summon in. I don't even know how long. I think well before the Magna 3s came out. That was the last time I did that. I'd be like, ugh, another no Colossus. I'll just had to take advantage of Orologia to unbutton this. Yeah, but you see, I don't have soldier, and I sure as hell don't have bullets farmed. So, you know, kinda can't use that. I thought about it. I'd seen some setups for it with soldier, and I was like, I want to unlock soldier, and I want to like farm this bullets, and then I was like, no, no, I don't. I just covered my eyes and what I do not perceive. No, I mean, I've definitely, I don't know about for specific for United 5, but I have seen soldier setups for Ologia for fire. Granted, the two I've seen use the celestial gun main hand. Pretty sure. I think the bullets on that aren't bad. Watched someone play the date everything game yesterday. It was peak entertainment. I wasn't. The best. I feel like that's a loaded sentence outside of outside of context. That is a loaded. That's a loaded sentence taken out of context. Oh, it's definitely more. I don't. I was honestly expecting it to just be like a mattress shaped as a person. Definitely more humanoid than I was expecting. All right, didn't you say the what was it the D20 or something was voiced by Math Mercer? Shadow looks tight, so not the triple X. Both sides. Bro, I don't even remember why that league was so popular. For a gamer tag. A legend themselves. Literally just a demon. Oh, literally actually a demon. I did. I just looked at the picture. I was like, oh, it's actually it's just a demon. Looks down at occupation. It's like, oh, it's quite literally actually just a demon. Oh, called me surprised. I don't know. It feels like whoever made the game though at least had some fun with it. Which I feel like if you're gonna make a game and you're not gonna have fun with it, you're making a game to begin with. And the answer for a lot of places would be like, even though realistically, gaming is like one of the worst things you can get into to make money. The returns on it are so bad. Shadow on the ground. I am the darkness. Literally, I was shadow. I am now person. Speaking of though, something I wish was a shadow. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a person. I don't know if it's like an event or something. But somebody was shooting off fucking fireworks. And I was trying to take my dog out. But now after stream, I have to go take my dog out because it literally they started shooting them off as soon as I went out of the house. Like, fuck's sake. Give me a break. It was not even dark enough for you to be able to see anything because like, well, it's literally summer. But here, like, it doesn't really get dark till like almost 9 p.m. And I usually take my dog out at like 8:15 to like 8:30. A D20 named Chance. Very creative naming convention. To be fair, I don't know what else you can name a dice. That would make sense besides that. Legally distinctive dragon Dungeons and Dragons called Grottos and Gargoyles. That's actually a good name. That's actually a pretty good name. Honestly, though, it's pretty cool. Yeah. They're not games that I would play, but it's pretty funny to watch like stuff like the people making dating games from like the DBD killers and the fast food chains and stuff like that. I find that amusing. Wait, do you get crystals for doing the horde mode the first time or no? Washer and dryer chest maybe one of stacked on top of each other's combos are in a complicated relationship. Not the stacked wash. Say it ain't so. Guess this for hard mode. I mean, I'll probably do it at one point just to see. Or just to see like something I can just, set it, forget it. I feel like it would because it has like the new tag on next to it, which usually when it says new, it means it'll give you crystals. I guess, yes, yeah. I see the. I read the name and then I read the rest and I was like, yeah, I kind of figured that's what they were going for. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a game that they had a lot of fun like making things for. It's pretty cool. Okay, now why'd you flip back to them? Oh, why you do this to me? Game. I guess at the 2 hour mark, we'll see where we stand for meat. Meat. Probably won't be a stream tomorrow, I'll tell you that much. Especially considering the probably start actually moving the stuff out of the garage tomorrow. Also, stuff that I have been procrastinating. I've also been avoiding watching people play Elden Ring Night Rain because the more I watch it, the more I'm like, I just want to play the game. But then I also want to get all the PoE challenges myself that I'm not gonna. Well, there's games I want to buy, but I'm trying to wait because I haven't checked Steam in a bit. But generally, a bunch of summer deals pop up nowadays. I want to wait to see if maybe Space Marine 2 or something goes on sale for a decent price point. Because that's something I really want to get. I still kind of wish I had grabbed Dark Tide when I was on sale the other day. Honestly, I should probably just play more for him. I'd probably be pretty bad at it solo though. Realistically, I just want to be another game of Elden Ring. Just play Elden Ring. Elden Ring is so good. Honestly, it's been so long since I played since the first Dark Souls. I don't think there's been another like Souls-like game since that I'm like, I'll finish the playthrough and be like, man, I want to play this again. It's just that there's too many games on my backlog. The worst part is honestly, I've been wanting to play a strat like Total War Warhammer again. But the last time I felt this way, I installed 1 and 2, which are the ones that I own, and then I like booted up, and I think I played it for like 2 hours, and then I just didn't play it anymore. I'm just like, when the brain wants to strategize, but then the brain don't want to strategize. Uh,
Hippity hoppity, you are Yubi is my property.
You're not summoning the capture this time, UB Devil. I have not touched Granblue at all day. Something that cough, bro. I went to drink. And for some reason, after I'd already was like mid swallow, my brain's like, we should breathe right now. Jesus Christ, my own brain's trying to just. And brain's like, look, if we can't summon the capture demon, we'll just, expedite a meeting with God. Jeez Louise, my brain, what the fuck? Hey, yo, Prowler. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hope stream was good. Hope it hasn't been too hot over. Oh yeah, because bro, it's hot here today. But how was the repo? Hope you had fun. Hello, lady. Welcome. It's 90. Yeah. I don't think it's that hot now because the sun's gone down. Yeah, we're at 84. But yeah, we've been in like the mid to high 90s all day, and we're supposed to break like into the hundreds. I think like in the next day or two. Luckily, the heat's not like too bad here, like it was in Tennessee. Much more manageable. But it's only 80. To be fair, sometimes though, in some places it's like, even if it's like 10 degrees less, it could be worse than other places. But like when I used to live out in West Texas, I could manage with like 100 degrees over there. Cause like the heat was drier. I mean, the heat's still heat, but like, I don't know. It was definitely more manageable. Meanwhile, there's other places when I was living like towards central East Texas where it'd be like 80 degrees and I'd be dying. It's just crazy. I'm curious if the horde mode caused any problems for the server or not. Because I remember they mentioned that if the horde mode put too much of a stress on the server, they're gonna fiddle with it or just straight deactivate it. But I guess considering that it's been up since like 5 in the morning, and I haven't seen, and it's still there, I doubt there's been an issue. But I guess the opposite's like another question. Is like since the horde mode takes longer because of the load times in between the fights, I wonder if like maybe the more casual people who are just lazy and don't really care if they've if it's lightened the server some by having them just set it and forget it for a bit. I'm trying to debate how many like meats meat I care about having, or whether or not I go for like just stop at like 2.5 hour mark. I was gonna do it at like the 2 hour mark, but I was gonna like the 2.5 hour mark because the 2 hour mark would be in the middle of ads, and then we'll see how much we have. I doubt I'll go through it all anyway, because I don't think I'm gonna go past like the 95. I'm either gonna stay at 90 or at 95. I haven't decided yet. I think it just depends on like if on the 95 I can kill it with uh hubs, but skill, and then just attack. Colossus 40 times? Sheesh. Oh, you're gonna put in work? Pay him a salary? You didn't just use him for free labor, did you? Where's my 20 rupees for borrowing my summon? Bro, I had never understood what was part of the, like, I was getting so little rupees from that. 100 mil on the first day is insane, though. Actually, I say this. I don't even know how many honors I have right now. You're almost 50 mil. 50 mil and 7,000. Yeah, I think we'll go for like the. Well, since we're at 7,000, I'll go for like the 2.5 hour mark, and that should put us probably around like 9,000. That should be more than enough. We'll be like slightly over 50 mil. People with several billion, like 100 million is insane. Beyond that is just clinically cry for help. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, 700 meat. What do you mean? Having too many zeros. Oh, it was delayed. Look what you did. You're such a bum. I thought we could escape it, but I guess I've been slamming my way through these too fast. The delayed tripwire. One of the reasons I try not to do, well, aside from being too lazy, that's why I usually let most of the attack animations go through before I do the back, because sometimes I can avoid that. I thought we had escaped it. I literally didn't touch Grand Blue all day because I wanted to avoid getting captured while grinding. And then out of spite, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. I was gonna say, don't tell me. The lack of colossi in my time of grinding need is worrisome. Also, I still don't know what the hell consumed so many of my wind crystals. Because I was thinking about it, because I thought that maybe, because like you had mentioned the Magna 3 host, but I've been hosting Colossus for way more, and my fire crystals are still in like the 200s. Like the wind crystal is the only thing that's like super low. But I can't think of like anything besides the hosting that uses it. Oh crap. One too many times. Actually, wait, why am I searching? You're free. Hold up, let me run ads again after the button ungrades itself. Can't be having that. The 80s. Oh, we have more of them up there. Fire. Oh, I know why. Because it's the guys who are trying to get there. What the fuck? Yeah, that's Hopefully we lose some rankings. My crew is not like dedicated enough to be in A tier. Like we get way too lazy, way too quickly. But what's up, Stinky? How was the convention? I mean, surely we lose like 120 something ranking placements by cutoff. Surely. That was fun. Nice. Is it hot over there? Or at least more so than usual, or nah? Stayed inside all day? Oh, that's so much. It's fine, you went outside stuff. Alright, that's not bad. So I guess at least it means keep the area pretty well air conditioned, not cutting any corners. Do they have food? Good food? Never been at a convention. I've heard mixed results on their food. Didn't try any food. Okay. This is why you can't send Kuma on any scouting missions. Too busy pooping herself in the corner. And like 4 overpriced food trucks. Oh, ah yes, rip. The consequences of certain things going on at the moment. Probably would be more than just 4 overpriced food trucks at a different time. But it's about the experience. I can't believe it. You get any merch? Fancy stuff? I'm debating if I actually want to go the full like 30 minutes. But I said you'd at least try to get some PoE grinding for the day. I've been grinding the new pinnacle boss. I could drop the axe. He just keeps dropping a stupid body armor instead. Making me cry. He's not even giving me the firing. Because basically, as soon as he gives me either the axe or the firing, I'm probably just re-rolling. Well, I'll go to lab. But if you give me the firings, I'll have to run lab until I get Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, which even then at that point I might as well just farm for that and the class rate of Butchering. And if he gives me the axe, I'll probably just go for just reroll into a champion Cyclone build. Probably just level like Cyclone Shockwave so I can use the axe. What is the 68? Yeah. Decent. The Yeah, I'm curious what the drop rate on it is, because I've done like 10 of them. 4% drop rate apparently. So they finally have enough to get the drop rates. So the axe to 4% isn't like terrible. I think I've had to farm stuff with lower drop rates that were harder to get the stuff for. Enmity's Embrace is a 20%. Oh, no wonder I've been getting the garb. It's damn thing is almost 50%. Haven't gotten the prismatic jewel yet though, but I don't know if I'd give a shit about it. I guess I'd have to wait to see whatever can roll on it. I don't actually know what the new prismatic jewel from them can roll. I've gotten like 2 orbs of intention though. I don't know how many of those I need for the challenges. Oh, they have different orbs depending on what you fight. I was not aware of this. Oh, that's less than 1%. Yeah. I've done the fight enough where my character can like the last like 4 times I've done it I haven't died. I still feel like the spear mechanic on it is kind of wonky though. Oh, that's interesting. Based on like influence. Huh. I wonder if there'll be any like crazy setups for that. Because the Watcher's Eye is based off of like Mm. Yeah, we probably won't make it to the full 30 minutes. Probably do another. I don't know however long it takes us to do another like 4 minutes. Then we'll call it from there. Pretty sure I won't burn through all the meat that I have anyway. I'm gonna find the willpower to do do some grinding tomorrow. It's always the downside when Guild Wars is like, well, Guild Wars is usually over the weekend, but I think usually it starts on like Fridays. Thursday or Friday? Actually, was the last one on Thursday? I don't remember. This is why I also tend to like do small weekend streams when Guild Wars is around, because it's just like if I don't, I will just not do anything. You know, I should check. Oh, well, actually, there should be. We do have a major city next. I don't know how they are on conventions though. I was almost able to have the chance to go to or not like go, but like volunteer. We had a convention where I was getting my associate's degree at, and then unfortunately, it was like I'd been like put on a. It was like you would send the person a message on Facebook. You'd be like, "Hey, I'm interested in volunteering to help with the thing," and they would put you on like a wait list. And then if they needed people, they would like message you. And unfortunately, when I like when I it was like I checked around and I was like, all right, I don't have anything planned for the weekend that like the convention's gonna be in, so I'm gonna put myself on like the list for volunteering. And then something came up with like family stuff. I forgot what it was. That it was like supposed to be during the time of the convention. I wouldn't be in town, so I was like, oh well, shit. But then when they contact me, be like, hey, are you still available to help? You know, to volunteer? I was like, no, something came up with like family stuff. And then I shit you not, like I think 2 or 3 days before the convention would have started, it was like, oh hey, by the way, the thing that we were supposed to do, like that's not gonna go through anymore, and they had to like delay it for like another week or two. And I was like, you have to be, which means I could have volunteered and then gone and part of the stuff. I'm up probably gotten some. They give the people that volunteer time to go some break time so they can go get like merch and stuff. Oh, it's so sad. And then all the tickets were sold out, so couldn't even like grab like a weekend ticket to go check it out. Alright, that's this one. Let's see where we land. Kind of where I assumed. 9,000 mark. 9.5. BBs. I forgot to set. Automatic solution. I guess I can do it here, you know? Do I even have it? There's my overload. I never use. I'll do that later. But yeah, so we should be, yeah, we're at 62 mil. 9.4. Fight the tart man. One time just to say I didn't. Tart man. He tries to bring liberation to the skies, but we send him back to where he comes. I find it amusing that it takes the relatively same amount of attacks to kill him as it does the EX plus, because it's just how little there in between. But yeah, that'll be it for the day stream. More than likely no stream tomorrow. The day stream, night stream. Jeez Louise, brother. More than likely no stream tomorrow. Well, I guess it'll depend. If I end up doing like heavy lifting during the day, there won't be a stream tomorrow night. But if I don't and I just potate, then there'll probably be Guild Wars Day 2 tomorrow. But you guys will know what I know. Bruh, 3 point. Just ignore that number at the top for honors. That's so much honor. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching though. I do appreciate it. Probably for the red. If it's certain day for you, have it was a day for. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye bye.